So friends, it really does feel like Donald Trump's Department of Justice is trying to purge all of the integrity from DOJ's public integrity section. Let's talk about that, because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So friends, the latest display of unethical retaliation against career federal prosecutors argues in favor of just renaming the Department of Justice, because the justice is vanishing. It's being replaced by lawlessness, retaliation, and revenge. Here's some brand new reporting about an egregious display of injustice and retaliation against career prosecutors. This from the New York Times. Headline: Order to drop New York City Mayor Eric Adams case prompts resignations in New York and Washington. The interim U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York and 2 officials with the Federal Public Integrity Unit all quit after the Justice Department ordered the charges against Mayor Eric Adams to be dropped. And that article begins, Manhattan's U.S. Attorney on Thursday resigned, just days after she was ordered to drop the corruption case against New York City's mayor. Then, when Justice Department officials sought to transfer the case to the Public Integrity Section in Washington, which oversees corruption cases, the 2 men who led that unit also resigned, according to 5 people with knowledge of the matter. The resignations represent the most high-profile public resistance so far to President Trump's tightening control over the Justice Department. The departures of the U.S. Attorney, Danielle Sassoon, and the officials who oversee the Justice Department's Public Integrity Section, Kevin Driscoll and John Keller, came in rapid succession on Thursday. Days earlier, the acting number 2 official at the Justice Department had ordered Manhattan prosecutors to drop the corruption case against Mayor Eric Adams. The agency's justification for dropping the case was explicitly political. The number 2 official, Emil Bove, argued that the investigation would prevent Mr. Adams from fully cooperating with Mr. Trump's immigration crackdown. Mr. Bove made a point of saying that Washington officials had not evaluated the strength of the evidence or the legal theory behind the case. Now, friends, let's tee up and bring into full focus the evidence of revenge and retaliation against career federal prosecutors. Mr. Bove, in his order to drop the case, this was a couple of days ago, said that the directive, quote, in no way calls into question the integrity and efforts of the prosecutors working on the case, nor Ms. Sassoon's efforts in leading them. And friends, just a day or 2 later, when U.S. Attorney Sassoon resigned, rather than following Emil Bove's unethical command to dismiss a case not based on the evidence, but based on politics. She resigned rather than doing Donald Trump's dirty political deal. What did Bove say then? Mr. Bove, in accepting Ms. Sassoon's resignation, informed her that the prosecutors who worked on the case were being placed on administrative leave and would be investigated by the Attorney General and the Justice Department's internal investigative arm. He told Ms. Sassoon both bodies would also evaluate her conduct. And friends, there it is, in the harsh light of day. Retaliation, retribution, revenge. Because just a couple of days ago, Bove, in his order to drop the case, said that the directive in no way calls into question the integrity and efforts of the prosecutors working on the case, nor Ms. Sassoon's efforts in leading them. But when she resigned, instead of, doing this dirty political deal, now you and the prosecutors who worked on the case will be investigated. This is no way to run a Department of Justice. This is purging the integrity from the public integrity section. And who is former U.S. Attorney Sassoon? Ms. Sassoon, 38, joined the Southern District of New York U.S. Attorney's Office in 2016. A graduate of Harvard College and Yale Law School, she clerked for Justice Antonin Scalia, about as conservative as a Supreme Court justice gets. She clerked for Justice Scalia on the Supreme Court and is a member of the Federalist Society, the conservative legal group. So friends, former U.S. Attorney Sassoon clearly has some conservative credentials, clerking for Justice Scalia, being a member of the Federalist Society. Now, I am not suggesting that Ms. Sassoon brings whatever ideological beliefs or political leanings she may have into her work. I am not suggesting that. Indeed, I have great admiration for her for taking this principled stand. But I do wonder what the Federalist Society, for example, might make of this blatant and transparent retaliation against Ms. Sassoon, one of its members. The Federalist Society is a conservative organization, but this kind of unethical behavior, dismissing somebody because they take their oath of office seriously, they take their responsibility to prosecute without fear or favor seriously, retaliating against them for that and saying, now we're going to investigate you and your whole team of prosecutors who were involved in the Mayor Adams case. That's not conservative. That's not liberal. If it's anything, it's just plain old corruption. Even if it is corruption masquerading as conservatism, it's just plain old corruption. But friends, if there's any good news emanating from this latest debasement of the Department of Justice, it's this. We've discovered 3 new points of light amidst the Trump-induced darkness. Those 3 points of light are Danielle Sassoon, Kevin Driscoll, and John Keller, all of whom stood up to Trump's corruption. Because to them, justice matters. Friends, as always, please stay safe. Please stay tuned. And I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.